We're kicking it all off with a little bit of history. So, Claudia.
Yes, of course, Claudia. That's right up her alley. We know that. She loves her little fun facts. So she had a chance to check out the new Heritage Hall at the State Capitol building. How cool is that, Claudia?
Well, you guys, it was an amazing experience, and I hope you enjoy it too, so you might want to check it out.
When the Union admits Michigan as its 26th state, Detroit is named its capital. But as tensions flare with neighboring territories, officials worry the state should have a more secure capital location. In 1847, Lansing is declared the Mitten State's capital. In the 186 years following, hundreds of thousands of people will walk through these halls, some great and some ambitious. But for the past 30 years, Rob Blackshaw and his team have been here working hard to preserve this history. And now they have opening Heritage Hall.
Now that it's open with the designs that we put together, it's really, everything just really feels good, and the designs that we're putting forth are really coming true to what we thought it would live up to.
$40 million later, the grand 40,000 square foot underground visitor center welcomes all who come to learn about how our great state came to be. Every dollar and every square foot was carefully designed with the visitor experience and education in mind.
Come up to the Capitol, you'll know that the views, regardless of what corner you come in, you're going to see the grandiose view of this building, and it is pretty spectacular. As you enter Heritage Hall, we've set this up more of a hospitality style. You're in this north lobby. There is a front desk, so it makes sense of where you go to check in. They immediately go into an orientation room, which now has graphics that talks about the legislative process, you know how a bill becomes a law.
The idea of Heritage Hall is to prep visitors, including young students, for what they will see in the Capitol. It's a learning experience.
As they leave the orientation rooms, they travel to the south down a ramp we call Exhibit Corridor. There are exhibits there that talk about the history of Michigan, the history of the different capitals that were in Michigan, the legislative process that talks about some of the other things that the Capitol Commission staff do, like conserve historical Civil War battle flags. You can actually see that live when folks are in there working on that.
It's a walk through history and a walk to history, leading up to the Capitol itself.
You'll ascend the west steps, and the west steps now go underneath the historic west steps on the exterior, and it connects to the same vestibule which you enter into the Capitol building without even knowing it.
Heritage Hall includes a brand new state-of-the-art multi-use space for events, a lot of which are catered.
So as they're setting up, slamming their carts into 144-year-old plaster and scratching decorative surfaces that take a lot to maintain, that gave a lot of commission staff a lot of heartburn of trying to train, retrain, and try to protect those surfaces.
Blackshaw hopes Heritage Hall will welcome hundreds of thousands for hundreds of years to come.
Something that doesn't happen at every public building in the United States, and having the opportunity to do that here is pretty fantastic, and we are all really, really proud of it.
Heritage Hall is open from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. on weekdays. It's very cool, and I highly recommend.
I can see why.
I definitely see why. We were there at Heritage Hall, but I didn't know all of that was over there.
Yeah, we were above it. We didn't go below, so we need to go back. Studio 10 field trip again. Thank you so much, Claudia. And you can find more information
on the Heritage Center. It's on our website. Head over to WILX.com/Studio 10.
Yes. And